Good morning and welcome to the Morning Blessing. I am Tessa-Marie and I am happy you are here with me this morning. It is a cold morning today, minus 14. It feels like minus 25. Good morning, Stacy. I was just going to send you a message. I looked at the clock and I said, oh my God, I didn't even say hello to Stacy this morning. She must be sleeping again. Good morning, Nancy. How are you guys doing today? It is a beautiful, chilly morning, a real winter morning. Hello, nephew. How are you doing? What's the temperature in London? I'm sure it is as wonderful as us. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Ryan. How are you guys doing this morning? We have minus 14 Celsius with a wind chill that brings it to minus 23. So it is good morning from the Caribbean Sea. Oh, you're in Dominica? Oh my goodness. Oh, well, congratulations, Gavi. Ryan, good morning, everybody. So it's 8 o'clock. Nope, in the Caribbean. Nope, in the Caribbean. I don't know what you're saying, Gavi. It must be English. So it's Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, I promised you that we would check with you on how you're doing with your dream goals and desires. But what has happened is that many times when you remember what I said, when challenges affect your view, it's taking you away from what you're supposed to do. And sometimes those challenges do not even belong to you. That is just so amazing. As a human being, we are attached to other human beings. We have their experiences affects our experiences. And sometimes we let it take it over completely. And that is not always the right thing to do, but we can't help it because we are humans and we feel for our family and all of those. So this is why today I wanted to bring you guys up here. I can't see somebody who is here yet, all of you. And I wanted to talk about that. So this is why I brought it up. Wednesdays is usually your weekly goals and your gratitude setups. So today is what is going on with your dream goals and desires. Good morning, Dawn. How are you? So what is going on? Another snow day in Knoxville. Oh my God, it's cold everywhere. That's how it is right now. So yesterday, remember we talked about feeling, and I got so many notes from people who weren't on the show but who saw it. Good morning, Jean. And one of the things we asked, welcome back, Jean, is I asked about your feeling. It's always your feeling. How are you feeling today? And it is important to acknowledge that. Because sometimes we walk away from our feelings and we just do not even say, you know what, I'm not feeling good or I'm feeling amazing. And we let something happening outside affect us. But we need to acknowledge it. And when we acknowledge it, we can fix it. So today I said, those of you going through something because of a family or a friend, when you pull all of your feelings on paper, put it all on paper. Get rid of those thoughts from your mind, your heart, write how you feel about this situation. This is what I'm asking you to do. I need to let you get it. So you have a challenge. Something is facing you, a family, a friend, somebody in the family is not doing their best. And they're very close to you. And you are putting all of your energy into it. But you cannot detach yourself from it so that you can see beyond those challenges, although they're not yours. That challenge, because you know the person, sometimes it's a neighbor, sometimes it's somebody you know, sometimes it's a distant relative far away. But once you realize they are having those challenges, you turn yourself towards that. The challenges blocks your view. It blocks what you're looking at. You're supposed to be working on your dreams, goals, and desires. This is the 17th of January, 2024. And a lot of you are on the edge with your dream goals and desires because you're so involved in the family that is affecting right now. So you forget to even take the time to go back and get ready. And before you know it, you're so down deep into that situation that is outside of you. Good morning, Kia. That you forget that, hey, I need to keep working on my dream goals and desires. But no matter how, good morning, Nadi, how are you feeling this morning? How are you feeling, Kia? So, although you know this is the time of the year where dream goals and desires for 2024 is getting a hit. Good morning, Marina. How are you? Welcome back. How are you feeling today? When you feel that, 17th of January, Tessa-Marie reminded us that 75% of New Year's resolutions are dead, 15% are on life support, and only 10% will make it to the end. And you know that. But something happened, whether it's family, friends, acquaintances, children, husbands, something. And that situation is overwhelming when challenges prevent you from seeing that view. When challenges take over somebody's situation that you are close to, you cannot walk away from it. You need to deal with it. And all of a sudden, it has swallowed you up. My answer to you, when you feel that, what I'm asking you to do is to write it out. Instead of carrying it like a bag over your shoulder and that's weighing you down, write it out. And Kia is feeling fired up and ready to go. You see what I mean? That's when you feel it. So what I desire for you is realize you have this situation, this big, whatever. It may be small to the ordinary human being, but that is one. Thanks, already missing the sunshine, you think? Can't you not see what we have in Toronto? I know, I feel for you. I feel for you more than anybody else because you left it behind. But it's okay. You have to think of it in another way. So my great desire for you is for you to look at where you are. You had plans for this time of the year. You had plans to work on your dream goals and desires. You knew every Wednesday I'll trigger you to push forward on it. But there you are in this situation with a family, friend, neighbor, sibling, whatever. But it has enveloped you, it swallowed you, it wrapped you up. And you have to deal with it. Maybe they don't even need to hear what you have to say. So since you cannot run away from it, write it out. Write away from it. Write it out. I know I keep pushing you to do your dream goals and desires on your goal setting journal. But write it out. Write out what is going on in your life that is preventing you from staying focused on you. Because being focused on everybody else and not focused on yourself means that you're not giving yourself a chance to be who you're supposed to be. So write it out, yes, and use a blue ink pen. I always say blue is all around us, the color of the sky, the water, and everything. Write it out. It is hard, it is difficult, it's challenging, it's pushing you, and you cannot run away. It's like a skin that you picked up. It's like something you took and you put on you, but it's not your fault. It's the family, the situation, you're in it. You cannot run away. It could be a child that's going through something difficult. And maybe that person or persons do not want to hear what you have to say, but they want to download on you. And when they download, you carry it. And you're not a computer. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Azim. How are you guys feeling today, Azim and Loretta? Say how you're feeling. Kia is feeling fired up and ready to go. So when you are picking up somebody else's stuff, not because you're purposely picking it up, but because it's happening to you because of who you are, where you are, and who they are. All of those things. And you cannot move yourself from it. You're not able to push yourself away from it. But one thing that you can do for sure is write about it. Write it down. Get a book and write in that. Don't put it on your devices. That is not the right way to let go of this type of weight. The right way to let go with this type of weight is to write them down. Write it. When you are writing, your energy is flowing. When you are writing, your heart is singing. When you're writing, it's paining. Whatever is going on inside of you comes out in your writing. Write about that challenge that doesn't belong to you, that you cannot get away from, because the person and the circumstances is close to you. Good morning, Angelina. How are you feeling today? So this is what you have to do. Make sure when this challenge that is blocking you, today Wednesday, we should be talking about dream goals and desires, and working on them and keeping them alive and taking them from life support and making them become the 10% that wins at the end of 2024. That's my promise on Wednesdays. But I found out some of you, and those of you who weren't on the show yesterday, and when I asked, how are you feeling? Thank you, Angelina. And you said how you were feeling. And then those of you who watched the live later and expressed to me how you were feeling and why you were feeling how you were feeling. Although you were grateful that you had the experience, but you're carrying it. You don't know how to shake it off. Write about it. That responsibility or that challenge belonging to somebody else that you have, and you're taking it with you through this journey of your life, write about it. Write it out. Explain it. Write it out. Be angry. Maybe it's not legible because it will pour out of you. Like you haven't got time to catch the words. Do not matter. The point is the effort, the pen, that blowing pen, that piece of paper, that book, you're writing it out. Just write. If you start with my, and all you have is a long line, you have an M and a long line for morning, whatever. But you have, if when you're writing out, you're feeling the rage and the dissatisfaction, that's good. You have to get it out. Instead of complaining or fighting with that person or picking up the phone and calling another family friend, acquaintance, and saying, I don't know why she does that, do that on the paper. Write it out exactly like that on the paper. Why do I have to put up with that? I don't know how to get it out of you. Spit it out. It's like you're vomiting this thing out of you. You have to clear yourself for you to go back on track. We cannot help it. We are humans. We are attached to family, friends, and acquaintances. They hurt, we hurt. They pain, we pain. But there comes a time that we have to realize, no, we need to let it go. But we can't. Because sometimes they are wrong you, they're pushing you, they're begging you. Get rid of it. You have to write it out. The only sure way of getting rid of it is to write it out. I definitely need to sit and write out about my experience this Saturday evening. It was so tragic, and the man lost his life. Yes, because you see, Saturday, what is today? It's a life lost. That is sad. Write about it. Today is Wednesday. Write about it. So when you look at and you're carrying on somebody else, good morning, Yuko, how are you feeling today? And you're carrying or you're listening or they call you, it's family, the person is here, you're looking at them like John had that tried. Write about it. Put it down. If you do not put it down on paper, you will end up carrying it and it will blind you from being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. Did you guys get that? If you do not write it out, it is going to carry you where it desired to be, not where you desire to be. Good morning, Peter. How are you feeling today? So you have to make sure that challenge that doesn't belong to you, from a family, a friend, an acquaintance, whatever, they're going through the worst ever. And you notice that you cannot shake it off. The only way to shake this off is to write this out on paper. Write it out. Write the story out. Write what they're saying, how you're feeling. And do not expect it to be legible, because you are not going to visit it again. Once you have put it on paper, in a book, or however you choose to write it, as far as I'm concerned, you can burn it. Literally get rid of it. Let the ashes of it go to the universe. Put it in a bowl and set it on fire. Write it out, because you cannot carry that responsibility with you right now. It will prevent you from seeing the light. When those challenges are blocking your view, blinding you from seeing the view of the desires and the goals and the dreams and whatever you have for you, you need to write it out. Write it on a piece of paper. Write it in a book. Write it until your hands cannot, there's nothing left in you. Write it out. Keep writing about the experience. Why is it weighing on you? It has nothing to do with you. It's your friend, your mother, your father. It's really affecting you, their health. That it is. But it's preventing you from being you. I'm not saying you should ignore them and disrespect them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, you deal with it in the moment. If you cannot do that, and shake it off and go and continue your journey, deal with it again tomorrow, shake it off and go continue your journey, then you have to write it out. Literally, pen to paper. A bluing pen, write out that experience and how it makes you feel. Do not take your time and print every letter the same way you are feeling. That's how you're writing. So your words will not be legible. The writing might not look like yours, but it is on paper. And rather than keep it there, you might be tempted to go read it again and relive it, burn it. Set it in a metal bowl, burn it, and let it go to the universe. Let it spread it to the universe. Because you take it with you, it is continuously going to blind you from seeing the view of what you desire. It is like that. Write honestly about it. The only true way of setting it free is to write about what is pulling you down. Drop it by writing about it. When this is done, get your goal setting journal down and write about what the outcome of your desire you're looking for. Remember, you are not responsible to pray or beg or beseech someone else to change or to seek help for them by keeping yourself back. You need to look for the grace to help you to be able to deal with it. Okay, I need you guys to get that clear. I am not saying you have to just cut them off and walk away. You have to look after you. It is not going away. That challenge is not going away. Some of you have been reliving it for years and years and years and years. What I am saying, it's not your challenge. That doesn't mean you turn your back and you get rid of them. What it means is you empty it, and every day it is loaded on you. Every day you empty it. And then some of you go on your knees and you beg and you beseech the God you pray to change that human being. Not possible. He created them in his image and likeness. Whether you like it or not, that's who they are. But you can go to your God, you pray to the universe, the tree, the moon, the stars, the sun, I do not care who you worship, and say, give me the grace and the willingness to deal with this properly. Ask for help for yourself. Instead of saying, I am perfect, but they're broken, fix them. Stop wasting your prayer on trying to fix people. Instead, ask for you to have the tenacity, the determination, the focus, the grace to work on yourself so that you will learn how to deal with these challenges that are coming away from you, but somehow you're stuck in them. I want you to really get that. I want you to understand this, because sometimes we forget, because we believe in a God that will change anything we ask to change. We waste our time praying for somebody when we should be asking for help, for us to know how to deal with that, because we cannot walk away from it. Perhaps it's an illness on a family side. You need the grace to know how to deal with it. You're human. There's one day you're going to snap and say, I am not supposed to do this. This is none of my business. This is your nonsense, right? But that's not the right way, is it? And you know that. But you believe your right way is to pray and pray and pray and get frustrated. My cousin's husband passed away. And she said she went to God and asked God to give him 1 more year to live. And he didn't. And she's as angry as God. And I said to her, why didn't you just ask God to give you the grace to deal with your husband's death? So you can work through that. Why? I wanted another year. She thought that God was going to do this for her because she wanted the sick person to last forever. But that's not right. We need to learn. And I told her it wasn't right. And I told her I'd speak about it. But what I desire for us to understand is the change we're looking must begin here with me. I don't know what to do. I can't run away from it. It's part of what I have, the journeys, families, friends, whatever. So therefore, God, I ask you to give me the grace, the dignity, and maybe you have to ask for the courage and the confidence for me to know how to work this through and come out on the other side sane. It's you that needs the fixing, not them. They can go and ask for their grace. And you have to understand, watch what you're doing. Are you wasting your energy knowing fully well they're not going to accept what you say? So you're going to say to that person, you should pray. You should go ask God for grace. Really? They're not going to take it from you. They only need you to listen to them. They need you to absorb the energy that they're feeling. They need you to understand their pain. And you are in the position to take the pain. But you know it's not yours. So therefore, you ask, what should I do with this? Show me what I should do. Give me the grace, the courage, the dignity, the strength, the determination, the focus to know what to do. That's your prayer. But when you're carrying it like a bag, a load of bricks on your shoulder, and it's keeping you down, and you can't concentrate, you can't pray, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't eat, or you eat the wrong foods, or it's sending you topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy. You need to do something about it. The best thing I recommended to you already is to write it out. Write it. Write how you feel. It's all about you and feelings. We only succeed in all what we do when our feeling becomes part of it. We know that. So write about how you feel, not about criticizing them. Stay away from criticizing them. Just say how you feel. I feel lost. I feel I don't know what to do to help them. I need the grace for me to deal with it because they are going to be in my life forever. That's part of my life. They're part of me. We share the same DNA. Come on. And of course, you know where I go. So when I always do that, I always refer these subjects to my guardian angel. I always do that. And I know some people think Tessa-Marie and her guardian angel, she's absolutely crazy. But you know what? We always laugh when people said that I sent the doctor to you when you were sick, when they said you didn't save me. But you chose not to listen to the doctor. You send the ambulance, you wouldn't go. And then you're still asking God, why did you let me die? Right? Because I was waiting for the God that I don't know what he looks like. Suppose he was that little 4'2" woman that was the ambulance driver. What about that was the way the shape God came to you? But we don't expect that. We want the booming God of Moses and Abraham to knock through the door and demand. But he sent helpers. He sent them from heaven to earth. And they're heavenly one. Their energies, they're there. They write books. They speak to you. And then you have your guardian angel. And you find out who their guardian angel is. And I think John said hers is Mabel. And I know Nadi, if she's still there, was Cindy. I can't remember all of their names, but I do remember some of them. And I know for sure there is Maurice, and there's several. Go to them. Ask for help. It's a guardian angel. If you had a security guard, hey, look at the word, God. You'd go to the security guard to protect you, wouldn't you? And you go to God you cannot see to ask for protection, but you wouldn't go to your guardian angel, which you cannot see, to ask for protection. Are you okay? Nothing seems to work because nothing jives for you. Emma, I call mine my guides. Emma, I like that. And Mabel, I remember Mabel. I thought it was such a proper name. And Emma, I love that name. So let us look at Emma and Mabel. Things are not going your way. Mine is Joyce. So I say, hi Joyce, talk to the guardian angel of so and so for me. You guys sort it out because I can't. That is how I do it. I do not tell them what the outcome I'm looking for, because if I knew the outcome I was looking for, I would work on it myself. But I don't know. So I said to the guardian angel, you talk to their guardian angel. You have to believe if you have it, they have it too. It didn't only come for you. I said, talk to the guardian angel of this person for me. And you guys sort it out, because I do not know what to do right now. And instead of taking hold of it again and trying to fix it, you go back and you say, hey Joyce, you got this, right? That's how I do it. I say, it comes to your mind, you cannot help it, it's bothering you. It's bothering you, you cannot help it. All I say to Joyce is, hey, you've got this, right? And that is what is important. Is going back and saying, it's coming, the worry cannot go. You're human, you're going to have that weakness, we do. But you just go back to the source of joy and your guardian angel and you say, hey Mabel, hey Emma, you got this, right? Hey Morris, you got this, okay? And you walk away. And you just walk away. And that's what you do. You do not go back and take it over and start stewing it up and calling a friend and discussing it. Take it to where you will get an answer. No. Just before we close, if the challenge happens to be your own challenge and you do not know how to deal with it, then you have your source. Go to your source. Give me the grace to deal with what I am experiencing. Sometimes it's your challenge that is hard. And it's your personal challenge. So remember that. When the challenge comes, go exactly, look, God said, leave it with them. Don't pick it back up. No, just go. Hey, take care of that, right? You're dealing with it. And that is how you must manage it. And I always say, so work through it. That is what I can do. I do this in this situation, and I leave that question out there. Then I ask it, how should I go on to do this? I leave the question, what should I do? And I wait. How? No, is what should I do? I know I said how, wrong, but what should I do? Leave it there. And if you believe in the Holy Spirit, you believe, go out there. Now, in 3 minutes left, guess what? Now that you have done all of that, what do you think I would recommend that you do? And anybody dare answer me and tell me. So you can't run away from it. It's a challenge outside of you. Your family, your friend, your best friend, whatever. You have to, you listen to them. You take it in and you realize you're carrying it too long. You cannot deal with it. You need to write it out. Recommendation, write it out. Acknowledge your witnesses. I cannot take this. Be bold, be open, spread it out. Make it make sense. Illegible writing is okay. Do not write it. Do not read it again. Burn. It's done. You gave it up. Burn it. Let it go. And that is important. Now, you ask for the grace for you to cope with it, because you're not going away. You're going to have to have the grace, the courage. You have to do something about it. So you ask for help. I gave you a tip number 3. Talk to your guardian angel to talk to their guardian angel. Even if you don't know whether they have one or not, you have to believe they have one. You have to release it. You have to let it go. And as Dawn said, you cannot pick it back up. And every time the nagging comes, you say, okay, you've got this. Okay, I know you've got it. Okay, Joyce, you got this. And you say that as many times during the day as you remember it. And once somebody, please tell me, what is the second thing? What is the last thing I want you to say in that last minute or so we have here right now? What would I ask you to do? Nobody knows? I will. Oh, you're frightened that you might say something and it's wrong. This is what you're going to do. After all of this, pick up your gratitude journal. Give thanks. Thank you, Kia. That is exactly that. Be grateful or give thanks that you have the ability to know where to go to get the grace you desire. I am happy and grateful. I am able to go to my God and ask for the grace. I'm happy and grateful. I have my guardian angel I can depend on. I'm happy and grateful that they have chosen me to lay this on me. I'm happy and grateful that they believe I have the strength and I have the answer to help them. You can write about that forever. Why? You remember, I think those of you who weren't here yesterday, Lisa talked about when we asked the feeling, she said, I'm happy, I am feeling really good that I am able to listen to a family member who's going through some things. Right? Remember that? So write about it. I'm happy and grateful that they chose me. Although you would rather not, but just be happy and grateful because at least you know where to go to get help. Suppose, think about it, if you believe you're not good enough or you're not happy and grateful for that, suppose they chose to go to somebody that just makes them go down the wrong road. Or you're having this thing here, take some drugs, or I have a guy down the street who buys it for me. Okay, would that make it easier for you? They chose somebody else? No, it wouldn't. You'd still be carrying it with them. So that's why you need to go and say, I am grateful they chose me. That's what is important. So, what do you think of what I gave you today, the challenges? So, I'm not leaving without the last part of it. Please, those of you who have stopped working on your dream goals and desires you set in November for 2024, come on, man, brush it off. Give it a look. Ask the question. No, guess what? I'm not going to ask you to ask the question of God, the angels. This time I'm going to ask you to speak to your dream goals and desires. Listen carefully to what the question you're going to ask them. What it is I should do today to have you manifest in my life? What is my next action step for you to manifest in my life? What can I do to get you to be part of my life? You see what I mean? You're talking, as you're writing it down or you're thinking it, you ask it, what can I do? Write that question. What must I do next so that I can attain that goal? I can get you to be what I desire you to be. Ask it and walk away. Ask and walk away. And the next thought that comes to your mind that has anything slightly close to it, remotely close to it, do it and see where that leads you. So do not leave your dream goals and desires to die. Today is the 17th. So 75% of dream goals and New Year's resolution have gone to the dogs. If you go to the gym right now, it's practically empty. And then there's 15% on life support. That means before the end of January, they're completely gone. And I just gave up. I just gave up. So do not be those two. Make sure you're on the 10% that say, I will drag you until you become part of my reality. And determine, speak to it. You're the author of your own book. That's right. You write your story. I was going to say the same thing. Beautiful dress. Thank you, people, for my lovely dress. Shake it off. I think your dress is beautiful. Love the colors. Thank you. There's a lot of angels watching. Tessa, this is why you are amazing writer. Thank you. and be thankful. Thank you. So thank you guys for it being taken care of. Yes, be thankful for it being taken care of. Have confidence that you've said it, you will get the answer. Give thanks. I love that. We have the power to change things. Don't let anyone else ruin your day. You do. We always do. Juliana Senahan. Tessa, thank you for have some amazing news to tell you. Call me when you have time. Best vitamin of the day, Tessa-Marie. Exactly. Leave it with them. Don't pick it back up. I like that, Dawn. Emma is looking over us. Thanks, Juliana. I love it. I call mine guys. You have a lot of them, Dawn. Emma is mine too. Juliana. Yes, Mabel is my guardian angel. Stacy said Emma. Emma, you too, Stacy? I didn't know that. Thank you so much for this. This was filled by brain with what I need to do. Thank you, Jean. Angels, the angels are with us. You guys so good, Tessa. This is amazing. Songs similar to the evening journal you mentioned to get the day thoughts out to rest your mind. Yeah. The evening, writing your gratitude in the evening, some gratitude for the day. And try not to do the same ones. Always think and force your brain to think. Keep your brain going. Let it go. Better to write it down than saying it to the person. Yeah, it is better. You don't have to criticize them when it's just you, how you feel. I've been carrying this for 5 days straight. You need to write about it, Jean. I know you can. Come at a better time. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you, ladies. I am so grateful for you people. You have no idea. I talk about you guys. You know something I do? And I would like you guys to practice it. I'm giving you so much to do. But you know, it's not everything I say that each of you can do. But everything I say, somebody can do. So remember that. If you are that somebody, then do it. It's not... anybody knows what a water hyacinth is? A water hyacinth is that little flower that grows on the surface of water. And that water hyacinth stands on the edge of the pond and wants to have itself spread all over the pond. It does not happen one time. So the water hyacinth, though, sits there and makes sure it takes all of the nutrients it needs from the water. And as it grows, it spreads. As it absorbs, it opens up, it spreads, it goes. And eventually, over time, it does cover the pond. So I know what that is. We had a freshwater pond at home. My dad had, and it had tilapia, whatever that fish is. And it would cover the water, but the fish ate from that. And he would just drop one little piece and it would grow over time and cover the entire pond, and it would just keep the water fresh for the fish. So one thing that is really important for you to do is to, when you're writing your gratitude in the morning, set a timer for 2 minutes and write for 2 minutes about something that was amazing that happened today. You maybe will not find it the first time you try it because your mind will never read. So you know what? I can't see the amazing thing in that. But start anyway. And write it for 2 minutes. And I do that every day. And then turn around and write 3 things you're grateful for. And try to make them different. And they do not always have to be amazing things. That it might be you got home safely in a snowstorm. It's working today. It's minus 14 degrees Celsius here, which is like, and it's with the wind, it's minus 23. You're not there or you're in it, but you have warmth. So talk about that. So that's what I mean. Find 2 minutes, then 3 things to be grateful for. And throughout the day, if you're able to go down the stairs, and it's great, I'm happy and grateful I can walk. I'm 40 years old, I'm 62 years old, I'm 102 years old, and I can do this. I'm happy and grateful I can see. I'm happy and grateful I can touch, I can taste, I can smell. I'm happy and grateful for my 5 senses. If you want success in your life, find tiny things to be grateful for. Have a great day. Thank you guys for coming. Let me see who of you hanging on with me. Hi, Kia. Thank you, Stacy, Juliana, Angelina, Jean, Marina, Dawn, Ryan, and Loretta. Marina is quiet. Normally, Marina is on fire. But thank you so much for coming, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day and think beautiful thoughts. Remember, write it if it hurts you. Write about it. Bye, everybody.